gate locked so we can let Hannibal out. So here we have the courtyard fish pond, which was overflowing last night due to the rain. And there is indeed 12 fish in there. Up here we have my beautiful sign that my subscriber Lisa Harrowing sent me with my lovely card. There we go, so Freddy Frog's alright in there. Let's have a wee gander round here. Over here we have a canna, and it's doing well because that pot is almost half full of water, so that's thriving still. That's my last potatoes, which are definitely Sarpomira. This is just a little kind of rubbishy corner where I've kept all my old pots. What have we got in there? Some larkspur giant. Anyway, that's flower seeds that's been sown for next season. And in there is my muscari, which should by now be in the ground. These plants are sitting permanently in water, as they are from the big pond down the bottom, which is due to be covered up and not yet done. New strawberry plants in my wheelbarrow. And there's plenty of runners on there and been put in there, and as you can see in the pots, still to be snipped off from the mother plant. These have popped out yesterday. Beautiful zinnias at this time of the year, absolutely fan-dabby-dozy. And look what came out this morning, guys. Look what came out this morning. I think Chris at ACS will actually be very proud of that. Look at that, it's just popped up itself down the side of the concrete. And it's showing its wee face. I'll need to get a photograph of that. Down here, look at this. This all needs trimmed. That is full, but I've not had a dry day to get everything burnt that's in it. And the pot on the top is obviously to stop it getting soaked. I've also got cuttings in there alongside my acer. I don't know if you can see that. I'll try and zoom in, but I've got my gloves on. No, not too bad. Not too good, but there we go. That is one of my plots. There's another muddy mess. Of course, the Hannibal runs from here, all the way around there, and all the way around there, leaving nothing but a muddy mass. There's my little plots, guys, that we'll get onto. Down here is the raspberries. Canes are needing fixed. Compost area. That square bed there is for leaf mould. There's an actual carpet on that covering up last year's, so that's to be dealt with. All this is to be dug out because this is actually a weed, but beautiful big purple and blue flowers come up here in the summer, and the bees and butterflies, especially the swallowtails, absolutely adore it. Weeds. This is the bed that had all my French green beans that you've seen me taking off. The opposite side over there has been covered up with cardboard. The celery. The celery, although it looks healthy enough, is it's a dwarf variety, but there's absolutely no flavour to it and quite stringy, so I think I'm going to be ripping all that out. Some of the flower plants here shall be left round. That's a Japanese anemone over there and an aqualegia. We have geraniums. The only thing that will get lifted out of here shall be the calendula, but as you can see, still putting flowers out. There's a red gooseberry down here, along with some cuttings of lavender. I think I've got a few cuttings of lavender stuck in here somewhere. Lavender over there, plus another dwarf variety of snapdragons. And this is little plants that I found all over the garden at the end of the summer there. That is foxgloves, and they're putting on an almighty growth. An almighty growth. My rhubarb. This is where my little cantaloupe melon was. So lots to do, guys. Bit of a tip. That's got Gora cuttings. And here, this is where my beautiful Rottweiler Naya is buried. And here we also have Espalier pears. So we have one coming round this end and round the back, and that is a Clarice favourite. And we have this one here, which is hubby's favourite, which is the Conference. Exquisite dahlias absolutely enormous. Still growing away, bits and bobs in here. Some dying off for the winter and some still trying to put out new shoots. Verbascum needs cut back and the seeds saved. This is a bed with the garlic and the onions in it that you watched me doing the other day. And our onions are sprouting already. And the garlic sprouting. Not as yet, but the onions, yes, definitely. Stuttgart Riesling or Rising are now off to a good start. Right, let's go down the bottom. It's trying to come on, it's trying to come on. Right, watch it don't slip. I remember Terry telling me, why don't you use the steps? I don't know, Terry. I'll always come up and down here, I don't know why. Right, over here, guys, is where I had told you that I had, my half a cauliflower. All year round cauliflower. That one's still to put out. And that one underneath there is still to put out. And as you can see, a little bit bigger than that is as far as we get them. Or we have been getting them. I have been taking the tops off. Or I did take the tops off the Brussels sprout plants the other day and they were delightful. Absolutely gorgeous they were. I've left the broccoli. And they're still putting out little spears. So, another week or something, I think, of those. And then I'll get them ripped out. The odd carrot. There was about 3 or 4 rows of carrots in there, but they haven't done well because the immense heat we get down this end of the garden. And the basil is still carrying on, which is very good to repel your flea beetle. And this is other bit that I was telling you about that has been covered up all summer. Cardboard and a bag of compost, so there's another bag of compost to go in there. And here is the plants that I salvaged on another video. As the pot they were in had chafer grub beetles in them again. Everything's coming on alright in there. So we've got beetroot in there, we have got pak choy, we have got lettuce. That's the old onions from 2 years ago. So we are going to be using this bed for onions this year. Right, there's the muddy mess that used to be grass, leading into Clarice's little garden. That's Betsy Butt and Bertie Butt, the water butts. And there is Clarice. Right, and if I go over to the side of this plot, over here we have our kale that I bought as plug plants and some cabbages. And in here that was absolutely riddled and still has whitefly on them. And I can see the little buggers flying about now. And there is a cauliflower, I don't know if you can see that. There is a cauliflower trying to come out there. We have Savoy cabbages at the back. And I don't know if we're going to get any Brussels sprouts off any of them. No idea. That's to be ripped out, is that with summer squash that were absolutely disgusting. Over here, as I have shown you before, is a wee odds and sods bed with some calabrese, Brussels sprouts, some pak choy. And my horseradish is actually sprouted in there as well. Swines. But look at my horseradish. It's absolutely enormous and it's like a weed. You can never ever get rid of it. Or it's very, very difficult. And at this time of year it gets totally and utterly ravished by caterpillars. I don't know what kind. That's my little strawberry bed that we actually picked strawberries from yesterday. The 16th of October, yes, and I was picking up strawberries and it still got flowers and it still got fruit coming on them. So I think when I come to tidy this plot up, I am going to actually rip that bed out and move the strawberries elsewhere so that I can extend that wee bed. Over here we have Touchon, or very long length carrots. I doubt very much we'll get long length because of the clay soil that we have, but we'll have a wee look, we'll have a bash, and whatever comes out we'll eat them. Drop my glove. Take these down here and I will finish off. That is the bed that he's watched me plant up in the summertime where I had moved some strawberries in. I have some morning glory plants in there as well as some ice flowers that are doing well. Oh, there's a lettuce. There's an all year round lettuce coming up in there. They've been terrible. Germination's been unbelievable. So everything's fine and dandy in there. Flower bed there. Everything, as you can see, it needs trimmed. And Maranthus, that once you forgot it, you've always got it, has sprouted over beside the compost section. So all that needs tidied up. That needs to be taken off that board and all fixed up. It was temporarily fixed in the summer before hubby went away, but no, needs repaired. This is where some of this year's leaves will go in and be covered up. And I think I'll finish off this part, guys, because I like to do my videos in 15-minute slots. Look at that. The colour of those cosmos are absolutely beautiful. Beautiful, I tell you. Everything else seems to be going over flower-wise. I shall be moving this, as it's not got as big as what it's meant to get, that dahlia. Again, it gets red hot down here, so probably why. And we'll finish off with the crane. I think we'll do another update on the other side of the garden at some point later on. In there, that's covered up with the environment is some leeks. I don't know if you can pick it up, guys, but they are very, very tiny indeed. But I'll just use them as a spring onion type thing. And there's our Hannibal up the back beside the pond. Our large pond. The rain is pitter-pattering down on top of me, so I'm going to go just in time because the postman is there. So until the next time, guys, there we go.